Hi everyone, this is going to be a video on what subconscious archetype you represent. It'll be one of the major arcana. This is pile 1, my opalites. Very smooth. This is pile 2. This sort of icy blue, teal, with hints of purple, uncut gem. This is pile 3, my lapis lookalikes. This is pile 4, orange citrine with a little eyeball on it. I don't know if you can see, but it's like this one. Hi pile 1, if you chose this opalite, this is going to be your reading. I know this is sudden, but this is probably needed for some of you. I'm definitely feeling a recent hurt or pain that you've been through. Maybe something unjust happened to you, maybe someone betrayed you, stabbed you in the back, maybe someone just treated you without respect, treated you unfairly. So maybe they were inhumane towards you, or maybe you're just going through a general hardship in life right now that you're really struggling with, but I see you putting a lot of strength and effort into not despairing and instead growing from it, so that's good. I definitely felt a need for a lot of cleansing for this pile. So I'm gonna go ahead and let some sage before we start. Just cleanse your body real quick. Okay, the deck I'm using is a bunch of images I found on Pinterest, so just miscellaneous cards. It is major arcana. Spirit, what major arcana, what sub-archetype of the subconscious do my pile 1s represent? My opalites. What archetype do they represent in other people's subconscious? So we have the Hierophant. First of all, you shine a light people's dark sides. That's why you might have a lot of oppression in your life, because not everybody reacts well to that. It's sort of something you do subconsciously, which is why you are subconsciously the person you are. Like, you have your own defense mechanisms towards people who treat you weird because of how I'm hearing, like, unfiltered light. Like, it's like you don't bother to hide your inner light and you just shine by being who you are. And where some other people are like afraid of that part of themselves or wanting to hide it, you have faith in it. Or you may have strong ties to belief systems, Christianity. For some of you, I'm hearing specifically, like, may have had trouble with religion as a child, but are struggling because of your agnostic belief in God. Some of you just have a more spiritual side and have like, or some of you are just like, even just practice even more, like maybe Wicca or some sort of, I don't know, those types of religions that are a little more. And then some of you just operate from the heart chakra is what I'm hearing. Like, you just follow your heart, basically. A lot of dreamers, a lot of romantics. You make people have faith, like faith in their inner child, like in that it's never snuffed out, it's just blocked, and you help people take down those blocks as if it were just, as if y'all were just playing. Like, you make it easier to surrender to what other people can't control. You make other people feel like they just do that with you because you make it fun, and you almost distract them with your energy in a way that they don't even notice that they're letting go of those things. And their inhibitions, which some people might have like gone over the boundaries with you because they've got all this built up, and then sometimes they just, as soon as they get a like source to feel that and understand that and like, you know, just drive it into it, all just comes flooding out because they don't realize that you break down their boundaries subconsciously by just like shedding these light. And it's a very beautiful light, like inner child type of light. Like, it's not a very, where sometimes the Hierophant can be kind of forceful or just like, my word goes. Instead of it being like a controlling thing, you kind of just tell it how it is because you don't perceive it any other way. Like, you're not under some illusion of reality. You are actually very particular about the facts. Does that make sense? And sometimes that offends people because you are quick to snuff out anything that's bullshit. Basically, like, not of the light, sort of. It's just not true, lies, stuff like that, dishonesty. You see straight through people, and sometimes they're facades, like social personas. Maybe you're really in tune with energy and know when a situation is wrong before other people do, especially when it comes to people and their instability, which maybe you had to deal with a lot as a child, which kind of created you into this person of just like having that control through like surrendering to your own faith, because that's the only thing you could do. And faith is in different ways, just like that happiness energy. You should be that happiness that comes with me. You can just be like, you don't have to criticize yourself or like be like, I need to do this, I need to do that in this sort of way, in this manner to feel this way. But like, you just be yourself because that's always how it's been. It's the only thing that's gotten you through those hard times. And where other people might shame you for it or hurt you for your fragility, ultimately you still stay on your path. You aren't knocked down. To be able to get through that pain, you just fall back on what you've always known to make you feel better, which is that light within you, or that love within you. And that's where it sort of made other people not only react strongly and say, maybe like try to like combat you and say that you're wrong or like hate on you, say stuff about you behind your back, things like that, or just like, who do they think they are? They think they know this, they think they know that, they think they're some kind of spiritual guru, or yeah, maybe some of you are tarot readers, or maybe you just are someone people always go to for emotional advice, and then people get mad when you tell them how it is. But yeah, I feel that I'm hearing the gift of second sight. So your powers are true. Like, you're not sitting around being like, oh yeah, I can do this, or like, yeah, you're gonna get married to that guy in your future, it's gonna be totally great. It's like, you're not just giving false, like, what people want to hear. You are telling it straight, and sometimes that makes people mad, and other times it like points people in the right direction, which is kind of why you're here. Because people who don't want to listen to you aren't going to listen to you. People who don't want to figure those things out within themselves, their subconscious is going to completely block it out. They're going to be like, no, I don't understand that. But when people already understand, they turn to you. And when those people who've hurt you in the past go through their cycles, they turn back to the things you said to them and the experience that they had with you, and the unconditional love that you gave and were able to have within yourself and like give to them, that maybe they took from you. They're kind of looking back, and some of them are envious of you as a person, some of them are listening to the advice you gave them and actually like being like, oh, this haunts me, or other things like, oh, wait, maybe I should do that, but it's my own idea, you know, because nobody wants to give you the credit. It's not like you deserve credit for your emotional, like, it's just like people like pushing you down to, it's like to get to the next step. It's like you're just like sitting there and you're letting people walk on your back to get up to where they need to be, or at least that's how people treat you. It's not like you're actively trying to do that, because you do love and you respect yourself, because you love this light within yourself, and you know you deserve exactly the amount of love you're able to find within yourself. And if you're not getting that from other people, you're not. I mean, you've had so many times you've had to do like the dash, or like not the dash, you had to dip. Oh my god, it was so hard for you to be able to leave these people in the dust when they hurt you. Ultimately, you had to do it anyway, so you did, because there was no other way. The universe just kind of pushed them out of your life. And it was hard for you because you believed in them. You believed in maybe that they could be better. Maybe you kept giving them second chances. And it would just be them using your energy more to like give it like a second chance. Oh, I'll just do it again. You know, they didn't see it as like you loving them and trying to help them. They saw it as an opportunity to just keep doing what they were doing, basically. And I see that you're someone who separates the dark from light. Like, you make people realize that darkness within themselves, whether they like it or not. And some people, like, I mean, worship you for it. Like, some people get obsessed over you. Some people are just like, think either you're their muse, or they're just like staring at you on the street, or some people may say some really like crazy impulsive things to you really fast when they meet you, things like that, because like sometimes you do make people like feel that, I don't know why I want to say perfection they want to feel, because it's like there's no such thing as like true perfection, but it's like people have this weird thing about you where they think your energy just like perfectly matches theirs. I don't know if that makes sense, but when they react strong, like in a like, not in a bad way to where they're rejecting you, but when they're like accepting your energy, it's almost like you're spot on when you're talking to them. And it interests some people. It's just like a curiosity, but some people like want to figure you out. And then sometimes it's to like a degree where it almost gets scary. Like, there's nothing to figure out. You don't even know how you work yourself. You just kind of like do it. And people are like grasping at straws here, but it's just like exhausting to you, because while they're so focused on trying to figure out, they're not realizing they're crossing the boundary with you. They're not realizing they're taking your inner light, taking your inner faith, and completely turning it upside down to something it's not supposed to be. But that's just what happens within themselves, how they react to you subconsciously. It's very in extremes, really. Like, how people react to you subconsciously is either really bad or really good, depending on the type of person that person is and how they feel about themselves. I'm hearing mirror energy. You tend to be a mirror for people's like emotions, water energy. You know, and with this opal being kind of clear like it is, it's like people can't see straight through you, but they feel like they get a glimpse, and it's in this beautiful shade of like your aura. This might be the color of your aura, but whatever color your aura is like, is almost like a beautiful filter of your true soul inside, that like people can just like feel without even knowing it. Like, they don't even have to see auras, they can just feel it because of how powerful your energy is and your light is. And It's just that one little tidbit pulls people in, or like repulses them completely. But I think you're someone who gives good advice. You make people believe in what you say subconsciously. Like, the things you say are true, and that people look back on what you say and are like, they weren't fucking wrong, even if they deny it at first. It's not to say you're always right, but it is to say your heart is in the place where you don't intend to be wrong. Like, everybody makes mistakes and thinks they know something. It's just like misinformation, but you don't intentionally try to lead people in the wrong way. You try to lead them, you're not like transactional about giving your love and energy and like being like, oh, I'll help you if you do this, but it's more just like a giving energy of like, this is how I see things, this is my inner light, this is my faith, and I'm giving this out to you, I'm sharing this out to the world. For those who see it and don't like it, and for those who see it and do, doesn't matter. This is my belief, and nobody else can change that, and my faith is what makes other people have faith in themselves, basically. So you have strong powers of manifestation. Okay, like, believe in that thing you secretly believe in, but you're always doubting yourself. Like, you believe in yourself, and good things will come to you. It's just like manifestation, subliminals, all that kind of stuff. Like, your subconscious is so powerful, and your belief and faith in whatever you believe in and love is so powerful that you can literally change worlds. You can change people's faith, and at such a degree that it changes like the course of time. Hi, Plow 2. I'm here to inform you on what subconscious archetype you represent. I don't mean your mind, but like how that affects other people. This again is going to be a major arcana. I'm pulling only for major arcana. If we need clarifiers, I have another deck, but for the last pile, I don't know. I just kept rambling about the one fucking card, so we'll see how it goes. Spirit, channel me into those who aligned with Pile 2, this uncut gem. Tell me, what subconscious archetype do these people represent? What subconscious archetype does my Pile 2 represent? Might be air signs. Very passive and observant. Libras, I'm hearing especially. Any Libra placement in your chart might be significant. To your subconscious, maybe 12th house Libra. Spirit, what subconscious archetype? Okay. I got this star, and it came out in reverse. So, I think I'm going to read it both ways. It's a very beautiful card, really. I'm hearing Star by Willow Smith and Jabs. That might be a channel song for some of you, but specifically the lyrics, you are the star in my sky. That's how somebody might feel about you. I encompass your light, I inhabit the divine. You might have twin flame relationships, my relationship. Very loving person. You're a very loving person. You receive a lot of love. You may not know why. Some people might think you have pretty privilege, but it's not like you're necessarily traditionally pretty. It's more like the energy you have. People subconsciously just like are drawn in by you, like a black hole. which is weird. I mean, it's not weird, but I just feel it felt so dramatic to be like a black hole. Like, is it that deep? But I think it is. I really think it is, because people are just like, you're the center of my universe. You return people to their roots. You make them sit back and really just take a step back and look at where they are in their lives. Maybe who they want to be. Maybe why they're there. I feel like you're more concerned about the bigger picture, or your philosophy, or like trajectory in life, like the things you work for. I'm more concerned with the bigger picture, because I do think you do understand the details in a way that you're able to help people see the bigger picture. Which is like why so many people are inspired by you. With just like, you remind people of, I don't want to say death, but like inevitable end. Like the universe is gonna end eventually, just mathematically, you know. Not that you make people think of like the universe ending, but you make people think of just like, you know, that moment when you're dying and you're looking back at your life and you're like, did this really matter? Did this really matter? Did this really matter? Like, what really mattered? And like, through all of that, through all of those experiences, you remind people of that, basically, that feeling of just like, what am I really doing here? Like, what really matters to me? And that really refreshes people. Not many people get offended by it, really. Like, some people get a little too intrigued with you, but really it's almost like some people step back from you because you really make them rethink their lives. Some people even like genuinely feel the need to change themselves. And I'm hearing like people do not want you to think that it was you that affected them usually, unless it's a family member, which is for some of you, I'm hearing. But for others of you, people just like don't like you to know how much they've changed because of you. Because they're shy about it. They're shy about how much you affected them with your words or with your actions or whatever you were like, to change on such a degree that it almost feels like they feel shy about it. You're a really balanced person. I'm hearing Libra again, just a lot of, you're able to balance the light and dark to get to where you need. You see the light and dark in other people and you don't judge them for it. You just see it for what it is, basically. So it makes it really easy for you to understand complex emotional situations, or drama. I'm hearing annoys you. You see straight through it. It's a bunch of emotional, human, stupid stuff, like competition. But hearing that maybe for like movies, or some of you politics, some of you are teachers and like to watch people learn through this, students learn through this, of just like this real emotional complexity that comes with maybe a good debate. Some of you might be debate teachers or lawyers, or maybe the emotional complexities that comes to like religion, and like how each different religion contrasts, but like all have the same threads, sort of why people fight over it, and where that faith comes from. Maybe some of you are therapists and like the emotional complexity of someone's mind. Others of you might be actors, like the emotional complexity of expression. And I just heard for some of you that you can read people's thoughts. I don't know how deep it goes. Like, if you can actually like see every thought, I'm really sorry. That must be a lot for you. But for others of you, just like can read people's energies and stuff like that, almost to the point where it feels like you're reading their thoughts, or like some of you might hear like little minuscule things, or some of you might be like, I just heard you have angels, ancestors, spirits, like literally telling you other people's thoughts, just to like warn you sometimes. But if it's not any of that, and you just like you're just like someone who's really good at like understanding a situation, like seeing how the as long as you do it in almost mathematical way, you're like, this led up to this led up to this, so they're gonna be feeling like this because they want this and this and this, because you have a like very like intricate judgment of their character and like why they do things based on the way they talk. Like, it's not that you're manipulative or you're not the type of person to manipulate others, but you just use what you know to your advantage. And what you know just happens to be like, you know, why people do the things they do. So you handle situations in a way where you just know exactly what to do, know exactly what to say. It's almost like, and this may not be for like strangers and stuff. This may just be with like people you actually know and like actually have gotten to talk to, but it's something that is almost scary to other people. Like, people get spooked by I guess the accuracy of the things you say or how you read them, or maybe they like sometimes they're like, oh my god, she must be in love with me, she knows the real me, or he knows the real me, or they know the real me. Some people who are self-destructive or self-harming might gravitate towards you subconsciously because it's almost, yeah, let me ask the deck. Spirit, what is it that attracts these self-destructive people towards my pal twos? What is it that attracts these self-destructive people? What is it that attracts these self-destructive people? Okay, so I'm 6, science. When people can't move on from a certain belief system within themselves about how their lives and their reality should be, they get stuck. And even being near your energy completely sucks them in because they just need something to get stuck on or to loop themselves with. Like, they need something else, some other form of energy to keep them going, if that makes sense. And you are a very I don't know, people like your energy a lot. So you might get love bombed a lot, or people might try to like. But I see you as someone who's just like abundant within yourself and not really about that shit. Like, you may have been taken advantage of a lot when you were a kid, and that was hard on you. But you've learned at this point to like sort of have these boundaries up, or like, because you've had to experience that weird thing so much, and maybe you're also karmically helping other people learn through it. Which is why, like, star cards, like, when people receive that manipulation or that hurt, that like just like petty stuff that's like coming straight from the ego, you help inspire other people who've been through it because maybe you speak about it on a platform. Maybe you are not afraid to have real and deep conversations with people who are like willing to give and receive that energy with you too. I'm saying that any conversation with you turns into like something meaningful. Or maybe you challenge people's inner like, oh, this is who I am, and this is my ego, like, huh. But you challenge that like foundation within people that actually like makes them question who they are, who they want to be, because you illuminate the actual reality of the situation, of like the light and dark and balance of what's going on. You're very methodical about it. You get all of it down to the last T. You are very like Virgo energy, like get it right, get it perfect. But not everyone's perfect. So some people put you up on a pedestal and think they can just never be up to your level. Some people feel frustrated with you because they feel like you're expecting too much from them. You're not. You really aren't, but some people just don't want to change those things within themselves. Some people think that's just too much. That's just too hard, you know? They're just not ready for it. And I'm seeing you as someone who's like not afraid of those things. You're always ready to change, always ready to birth into something new. Also, I don't know why I just heard that, but I'm hearing that your death is going to be really like significant to your soul's destiny or something. Maybe it's going to be significant to your next life. Maybe it's going to align with your past life, something like that. But your death is going to be let me put it this way, it's not going to hurt as much because it's going to line up in a way where something's going to make sense. It's going to be like a moment of like clarity or catharsis or whatever. So I don't know why you needed to hear that, but yeah. Maybe some of you have a fear of death. I completely understand that, man. Sometimes I've like had full panic attacks over it. Cause just like imagining that moment where you have to let go of yourself and just like completely just like let it the fuck go. Like everything. But that's not for the living to be considering. That's for the dead. So leave that process within yourself for the you who's actually dying in the future. Oh yeah, others of you are really not afraid of death. Some of you might have like 8th house placements, Scorpio placements. You're actually very familiar with at least ego death, especially with all the pain you've been through and all the maybe relationship pain you've been through. Yeah. Which is probably another reason why you see through people's shit and you see the situation for how it is, because you don't just take nothing away from a situation. You take those experiences, even if they hurt you, and you learn from them. You grow from them. You use them. You don't just use them to pity yourself or to make excuses for selfish behavior. Spirit, give me some advice for this pile. I don't know why you need advice, but I'm gonna give you some advice on what energy you should embody to just like chill out and like be yourself. Like it's not a big deal. I don't know how this Ace of Wands ended up in here, but I got the Moon and Ace of Wands. So believe in your dreams. Believe in your dreams. Your dreams are real. All of your deepest wishes can come true. I promise you. I promise you the universe will come through for you. Come through. But only if you believe. I know you have that fire inside of you that's just like, yes, I believe. But you also doubt yourself a lot, and you have a lot of anxiety about it. Don't doubt your inner light. And definitely don't block your inner shadow. You know, it just, there's light, there's the shadows. You know, the shadows where the light coming from. So, I hope that helped you. Part 2. Hi, Part 3. If you chose this blue crystal, this is going to be a reading on what subconscious archetype you represent. But let's see. Spirit, please connect me to Part 3's energies. I want y'all to take a deep breath in And a deep breath out. Yeah, some of you might have a lot of anxiety or have a hard time with a lot of overwhelming energies. Maybe you get overwhelmed easily. We're just going to take a moment to calm down and ground ourselves. Spirit, what subconscious archetype do my pile 3s represent? Some of you may align with pile 2. Spirit, what subconscious archetype do my pile 3s represent? What subconscious archetype do my pile 3s represent? What major arcana? Subconsciously. For lovers. I'm hearing you represent a state of beauty, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually, that other people simply view as just artistic. Very beautiful energy. You might have a lot of suitors. You're someone who appreciates the value of love and maybe the uniqueness of how many different ways love can come about. You're a very deep person. You connect with people on a very intensely deep level. You see them for who they really are, which is why even after people leave you, they tend to stay in love with you for the rest of their lives. A lot of passed on spirits, angels, ancestors, spirit guides are also enamored with your energy. So it would seem picking up a lot of different energies who watch you, watch over you. You might be connected, for some of you, to a specific world, planet, or star system, star seeds. For others of you, are advancing into a hive mind sort of consciousness between you and your soul family. And you have begun the journey of connecting to your soul family by opening up your chakras. Let's get some clarifiers for this pile. Spirit, how does this lover's energy subconsciously affect my pile 3s on a daily basis? How does it affect their worldview and how they get things done? Queen of Cups, you're very emotionally mature, very emotionally wise. You know how to balance out work and play, especially when it comes to relationships. You know how to feed the balance for people, and you especially know when to pinpoint when other people aren't giving back their equal share. So sometimes you have to give advice to people who maybe need help with relationships that they're not being respected in. And as for you, either you've been through this toxic relationship in the past, or that's something you already got over in a past life. This life, you just completely know when to let go of relationships. Like, the letting go isn't the part that concerns you. It's how and in what way, what manner you do get across to people in the memories of, like, where your destinies intertwined. You can't erase those memories once they happen. It's almost like you give to people, and that's what they remember you for. When you give, you make people happy. You make people love themselves. Make people feel like a lover. And when people are in that happy state of mind, that's what they remember about you. They remember that part of themselves that you bring out in people. You bring out the parts of themselves they feel like they have to hide. You shine a light on them like they're beautiful. And you make people not shy of that either. Spirit, how do others in the material realm view my path through subconsciously? How do others in the material realm view my path through subconsciously? The Empress, very abundant, very charged with divine energy, very protected, very protected. You know what you're doing. You have your plans in order. You're planting exactly the right seeds you need to at the right moments. And you're very serious about your love. You know how to be playful. That's the nature of love. But you're serious in that you do not do it halfway. In no shape or form. You go all the way in. You go all the way through. And show people parts of themselves they've never seen before. Which is why people feel such powerful energy from you. Got in tune with the moon, the subconscious energies. People feel like you know them without even knowing them. People feel like they've known you before, they've seen you in a dream before, seen you in a past life. And for those of you who are my feminines, a lot of masculines feel very attracted to you. Almost on like a aggressive level. And for those of you who are my masculines, you attract a lot of feminines because you are so aligned with your feminine energy. You attract good feminines. For those of you who are feminines, you get masculines, good, bad, whatever. But for you masculine, attract specifically good feminines because you're so in tune with your feminine energy. Your true feminine energy, I'm hearing like. Spirit, how do people in beyond the veil, between the veil of the subconscious react to and perceive my power very subconsciously? How do these beings beyond the veil perceive my power threes? A lot of people watching over you because they love you. They enamored with you. They love you. Got a lot of people behind your back watching you. So I'm hearing doing karma for you, for those people who hurt you, and watching your back when you like go out at night or go out during the day even. Because like I'm hearing that you get into a lot of situations where maybe you were slightly in danger, but you were kind of oblivious to it, or you just knew you were protected. Because you're the type of pilot to not be afraid of people, even if they're scary, even if they're mean. It's like you either know when to back off, like someone's just off their head, or you see someone for their true love inside them and you know that they're better than that. So you don't believe in that part of them that's just like, but you believe in the part of them that can actually take a step back and calm down from that, which has helped a lot of people. Like, you believing that side of them has actually made a lot of people step back and try to love themselves, which is really amazing. It's a really amazing thing to be able to have that energy of people. So why are you so protected? Peace, to a sort. The universe and your guides sort of let you be in your own Pisces, divine, feminine, empress energy, where you're just kind of looking off into the distance and thinking about your emotions and doing your own creative thing. Like, the universe sort of protects you into letting you have that stillness because of how much you give when you do take action. sort of like you give a lot, then you take a step back to yourself, karmic mode. But it works. It's like two sides of you. Might be Gemini, some of you, Geminis. You got two. You got one side during the day, you're just like doing your thing. During the night, you cheat back into yourself and you try to remember why you need to get that out in the first place. Some of you take psychedelics. I'm hearing for trips. You might cycle between two different states of mind or states of being, or maybe even two different people. Nine of Swords, cruelty. People, oh my god, people protecting you because people are cruel to you. You get a lot of cruelty on you for being a good person, being a beautiful person. You know, you get hated on, get exes who want to be with you and are mad about it. You're protected though, so protected. And these people want to protect you so bad because of this cruelty. They're like, this person deserves the opposite of cruelty. They get so triggered about it. Meanwhile, you're just over here off in your own world, cycling through your own moon cycles. But everybody and their mom is like wanting to protect you, wanting to go the extra mile for you, you know. People just feel happy, making you happy. Valor in reverse. A lot of times you've had to take a step up and take initiative, but again, the universe kind of encourages your energy of just being indecisive, taking a step back, not really doing anything, not taking action. Like, it encourages your divine feminine energy, basically. Because it's almost like the universe is holding you back, and then it lets you go right at the right moment to where like your action is perfectly timed. Because I'm getting Aries energy. Like your action tends to be very quick, very methodical, very, you know, to your heart, like straight from the heart, right out of your fucking mouth. Which is why sometimes you're too impulsive about a situation. You assume things. Not good. That's why the universe is like, wait a minute, get this info. Wait, you're gonna get some more info. Okay, now you can go off. It makes sense to me because like Gemini is sometimes a little bit like, fuck you, I will go the fuck off whenever we need the bullshit. The universe is like, hold on a minute. There's a little bit more bullshit you gotta figure out to pull your whole argument together, and then you can take this person down. Okay, that's kind of cute. Well, I just heard, for some of you who aren't Geminis, but your soulmate has major Gemini placements, or your twin flame or whatever. Spirit, got any messages for me for this pile? Spirit, got any messages for me for this pile 3? Spirit's congratulating you for the strength you've been doing recently. They've been like testing you with this karmic cycle recently. You've been doing all the right things. So thank you. Thank you. You're doing very well. I love you. Spirit wanted me to tell you that. I love you. I don't know. This might be a channel message from your person or your ancestors, maybe someone in your family who passed, but they love you very much and they want you to know that you're very beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay, you might be disappointed about something that happened. Maybe it's this thing that like you've been moving on from, having strength with, moving on, staying in your own lane, staying in your power. You're still disappointed, you're still hurt. Let go of that stuff. That stuff's bringing you down, taking your energy. Focus on yourself. Focus on the strength you have. Focus on your own love. Don't let these people disappointing you change your love or make you feel like you shouldn't be the lover that you are, make you feel like it's your fault because you love them. No, some people just take love for granted. Some people don't. It's not your fault. Not something you can control. All you control is the love that you want to keep giving. Make sure to learn from those lessons because they didn't just happen not for any reason. They happen because the universe is trying to show you where you need to protect yourself and where you need to open up more. Like maybe you've been opening up the wrong places, protecting yourself in the wrong places, and you do the opposite. Okay, Spirit, I'm gonna do quick channel messages for your person because some of you have like a person you're thinking about. I'm just gonna do one card because I know there are some people who don't have a person, but Spirit, quick channel message from a person. They're right here. They're right here with you. They feel your energy. they're coming forward. For some of you, they're going to come forward and speak the truth. They know what they did wrong. They know what they did wrong karmically, and they're going to come forward. Balancing back out. For other you, they just want you to know that you're doing everything well. They're proud of you, I heard. It's stupid energy, but they're just like really happy with how much you've grown. They also feel like your connection was divine timing. Feel divine connection with you. They feel like, for some of you, I'm hearing like their divine counterpart. But for others, I'm feeling like they were literally meant to meet you at this exact time in their lives, and they're very thankful for how the events have all turned out to be the specific way. I'm also hearing that for some of you, your person is going to be with you during your death and is going to help you through any ego death you go through your life. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to pull one more card for those of you who don't have a person. Alright. If there's something you've been wanting to take action in, you will receive a lot of gain. 9 of Pentacles. If there's something recently that you've been like, a new passion has been alighting for you, or like creative energy or idea, just do a little bit. See where it takes you. You know, little by little. Because I'm hearing just doing it little by little each day is going to create something new for your future. Create something that maybe you wanted. Maybe also something you've been wanting for a long time is about to be reaped. You're about to gain a lot of abundance. For those of you with jobs, about to get a huge bonus of money. For some of you, others of you, might get a new job or just find some random money or get some random money in a weird way. But that is it, pile 3. Hi, pile 4. My little orange citrines. This is going to be your reading. What's the card's archetype you represent? Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, your childhood, some sort of trauma, huge component in the type of energy you give off to people. It's not necessarily people know your trauma from looking at you, but whatever your trauma, I hate to say turned you into, but however you reacted from it and used it to build defenses, like know where to build defenses, it's a huge component in how people view you. You might have major 4th house placements. Ugh, that's horrible. My friend Angel, she has her 4th house placed specifically to where only she could ever really know the intense struggle she's gone through in her home life, and everyone else just sees her awkwardness and anxiety as like weird or out of place because they don't have a way of understanding where she's coming from. It's a very, hard thing to struggle with when you feel that loneliness, or like people don't understand why you are the way they are. They just assume things about you. But I feel like deep down you know who you are and you know why you are the way you are. Like, you may sometimes have doubts about whether or not you're a good person, but I want you to know that you are a fucking good person. You did what you had to fucking do, and you tried. You put in the fucking effort toward yourself. You didn't just sit there and let yourself waste away. You weren't gonna let somebody do that to you, no matter who the fuck it was. You have made something of yourself. Let me tell you, Power 4, this citrine, this energy you're giving me, it's strong. It's expressive. It's real. It's like tangible. And it feels passionate in a way that is important. Not only to the bigger picture, but to the fundamental, like, when people hurt other people, I don't know how to explain this, but you're very, very passionate about something to do with people receiving justice. Some of you might deal justice, I just heard. Deal justice in inconspicuous ways. Spirit, I can see that y'all are a very wise and intelligent group. Spirit, what subconscious archetype does my Pile 3s or Pile 4s? Seriously, I'm sorry. Pile 4s represent? What type of energy my Pile 4 represent? What type of energy my Pile 4 represent? What subconscious archetype? Subconsciously in other people's minds, they represent that. Those tarot card major arcana. The effect you have on people is subtle, either, or they don't notice it coming until you're right fucking there. Spirit, what is the subconscious archetype? What is the subconscious archetype these people represent? Something about your energy is very abrupt. Like, it's not there until it is. And then all of a sudden, huge things are changing. Or maybe, Scorpio energy, you don't strike till the right time, but you strike right on the fucking money mark. And thing about the bigger the bigger the trauma, the bigger the catharsis, is what I just heard. And I'm hearing that you make people appreciate the journey. Like, you're like, you don't gotta be perfect. You just gotta try. You know what I mean? Like, that's what, when people are sitting there like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I was intrusive thoughts that let them get to me, and I don't have control over this, I didn't have control over this stuff, I was just like, I should have done this in this situation, but like, you're like, no, nobody's perfect. But the fact that you even have remorse for those things, the fact that you're even caring about those things now shows that you still care about yourself. You still know those things are wrong and that they shouldn't have happened to you. And that means something. Hold on to that. Don't hold on to the doubt that makes you not believe in yourself. That makes you believe things that would be at the detriment of yourself. Spirit, what is my Pile 4 subconscious archetype? What is my Pile 4 subconscious archetype? What is my Pile 4 subconscious archetype? The world. Some of you are very connected to Mother Earth. Some of you have either a green or orange chakra. A lot of you are very independent, very self-fulfilled people. Your beliefs are very independent and unique. You're not afraid to try something new. Not afraid to do something on your own. But sometimes you do feel alone. The same way the world feels alone, all alone out there in space. But if you look around the woman, it's almost as if the stars and the galaxies are hugging her and helping her through it. Because things like birth, these big life events, you can't go through them alone. Humans go crazy without talking to somebody every once in a while and without relating to somebody else besides themselves. maybe you were scared to make friends, and maybe friends you had always hurt you, but hearing for some of you, Spirit wants you to not be so afraid. I know that's hard, but they want you to just try to be a little bit more vulnerable and intimate with people. Not sexually, but emotionally. Because maybe you just don't let yourself be that way. Maybe you think it's wrong. But you're the type of person to be very efficient, know exactly how to help people, very street smart. You have the world at your fingertips, I'm hearing. You could make anything you want of yourself. You could create any kind of life you wanted. But I'm hearing you have a very specific passion that you stick with. And that's what keeps you on the right track. That's what keeps your world together. Some people may project their mommy issues onto you. Some people see you as someone very nurturing and giving, though. Some people see you as wife material, you know what I mean. But they just see you as someone who they would feel proud having to raise their kids or have you teach them or their children, like, just in the way that you're very smart, very wise, very giving person, and people know that you would never intentionally try to hurt someone. You always are very efficient and you give the details that people exactly need for their situation. I just keep picturing this person in a movie who just, like, everyone goes to for, like, oh, where is this at? Or what, I need this, or like I need help with this, and then like the person just like is like, yeah, this. And it's, people get so amazed on how you have this world of knowledge within yourself, but they don't care. They just like, they needed that help, so they're just fucking appreciative of that. I'm not saying that people overstep their boundaries with you too hard, because you sort of block people from doing that. I mean, like, here, I helped you with this, but I'm not, you're just like, I'm not going to keep helping you if you're going to be a dick. I'm not going to keep helping you if you're going to take what I have and just, like, you know exactly who to give your energy to, is what I'm hearing. In a way that doesn't take away your ego, doesn't take away your own self-fulfillment or your happiness. You have a very good way of balancing that out and not relying on other people to treat you right. Either other people treat you right or you don't fucking talk to them. You struggled with that. You struggled with that for a while. This is something that you had to work to change into. This is a version of yourself you've had to work hard and do a lot of growth, shadow work, what the fuck ever, to be able to get to this point of change within yourself. I just saw 11:11 on the clock. Y'all are beautiful. Y'all are beautiful souls. Spirit, what is this powerful about to manifest? What is this powerful manifesting with this energy? What is this powerful wanting to manifest? What is this powerful? We got Prince of Discs, Knight of Cups. Because you got a platform, social media, whatever, about to receive lots of acclaim. Maybe not specifically fame. I'm hearing quality over quantity. People are going to be loving your work for what it is, not just a bunch of people who are like neutrally viewing you. I'm also seeing that someone's going to give you advice, but it's going to be your choice whether or not you take it. It's not necessarily going to be good or bad advice, but it is going to be advice that changes your material world. Your world. Some of you might be mothers, I just heard. If this isn't advice, this is the dad coming forward and saying something that's going to change things. Not necessarily good or bad, but it's going to change things. Knight of Cups. If you've been struggling with your job recently, or if you've been struggling people hearing your emotions for what they are and not assuming something else. Things are about to be brought to light. Karmic cycles are about to be like closed off. Like you're about to receive your karmic dues basically in the emotional world, and something that's been confusing you or worrying you for a little while to be fixed. A small problem. Didn't feel like a small problem to you, but in the long run, you're gonna look back and be like, okay, I was good. It's good of you to worry though, like this is something important to you, whatever it is. Spirit, what advice does my Pile 4 need? What advice does my Pile 4 need in terms of their subconscious? What they give out to the people? Don't be afraid of how the fact that you change people. Oh. How deeply you change people. I know you get a little scared of like the power you wield, but it's not your fault these people change, you know. People do that on their own. All you're doing is being fulfilled within yourself and giving what you have, giving what you can, while still being fulfilled within yourself and not taking too much away from yourself. And that is causing change after change after change. You had to go through this ego death so many times. And now you're giving it to other people. You're helping other people through that. Helping people through their egos. I'm hearing for some of you. Some of you got difficult children. Not too difficult, but you know children. They don't know, you know? But I think karmically it's just trying to teach you to like be a little more playful. Don't need to have so much control. It's like it's okay, you know, like not everybody gotta be right all the time. Sometimes people gotta learn from their own mistakes. Spirit, what else does my Pile 4 need to know about the subconscious energy they give off? How does this affect other people in the material world? I'm already hearing that people see you as a very like well-set person, maybe financially or emotionally or spiritually. People look up to you. Yeah. People always look back on the memories of you and is happy. You bring people pleasure. I'm hearing like pleasures and like people love being around you. People love, I don't know. It's like you're not even that like emotionally like expressive of a person, but people just love you for some reason, like genuinely go out of their way to do things for you, or even just to express the love they have for you. But yeah, never doubt the fact that you matter to other people. The energy you have to give is important and it helps people. People are genuinely thankful and grateful for that. And they wouldn't want that taken away from either you or them. They wouldn't want you to doubt yourself or doubt your inner world ever, because they know that you're a good and beautiful person. And you don't deserve to have that hurt and self-doubt within yourself. Yeah, a lot of people in the material world around you, maybe you just have a big family or something, they're just like really looking out for you. Maybe you're the one looking out for them, but they really do care about you deep down, all of them. Just have a funny way of showing it. Spirit, let me pull one card for this reading. What does my Pile 4 need to know going forward? Where does my Pile 4 need to go? Where does my Pile 4 need to go? Go on a journey within. Something you've been trying to manifest. It's coming towards you, but you need to look within yourself to find the answers. Something you've been confused about, but once you find the answer, everything will click into place and things will be shed light on. Problem is you needing to take a step back. Maybe go out and enjoy yourself first, have a fucking steak or something, but then come home, relax, turn the lights off, just lay in bed and don't think for a while. Or listen to your favorite music and just let go. And then either you'll just have relaxed for an evening, or I'm hearing you're going to get a spiritual download or message come through.